Hello 5th grade students, we are with our book Eyes Open number 4 Presentation Plus. So we're going to continue with our classes. We are finishing this book, so get ready for the finals. Okay, let's see. Here we have the last activity, the last unit from your book, Fabulous Food. And let me see. Okay, now let's go with this part. Okay, we are on page 46, Discover Culture. Okay, so in this part we are going to watch a video, do activities related with the video, and then we're going to continue with a reading activity. What influences the food on your plate. But now we're going to start with this. Discover culture. Work with a partner. What do you know about Japan? Think about the topics in the box. Okay, what do you know about Japan? Video games, it's a possibility. Sushi, it's a possibility. What else? Okay, you can look at the pictures. There are some pictures, no? Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Also, here says, think about the topic in the box. Geography, food, people, work, entertainment, cities, and sports. What about geography? Japan is in a continent. It's like Peru with the borders with Colombia, Bolivia, Brazil, etc. Or it's an island. What about the food? What do you know about the food? They eat, I don't know, lomo saltado. They eat ceviche. Or the food is different. What about the people? What about the work? What about the entertainment? The cities? The sports? Okay. So in the class we're going to think about these topics. So try to look information for those ones, okay? Also here you have the pictures, no? There are boys or girls, I mean, with toys. Those, I mean, there are sumos, no? There are fighters. Now here is a restaurant and here is a city. But what do you know about Japan? Okay. Find out about fishing in Japan. So let's talk about fishing, discovery, education, fruits of the sea. Number 2 says, watch the video with the topics in exercise 1. Does it talk about? No? Watch the video. You're going to watch the video. Which of the topics in exercise 1? Remember, geography, food, people, work, entertainment, cities, or sport. The video talk about. So let's watch the video, okay? I mean, is this one? Yes. Okay.
Fruits of the sea. Japan is a group of islands surrounded by water. Rich water. Water that is full of life. The sea is an important part of life in Japan. It also plays a major role in the local diet. The Japanese eat 10% of all the fish caught in the world. If the seas weren't so full of fish and seafood, the Japanese diet would be very different. They have a good reason to eat so much fish too. The fish-based diet is one of the healthiest in the world. Life expectancy here is over 80. It all begins here, in the seas that surround the islands. Close to the shore, you can find scallops, sea urchins, and abalone. Further out, you can find squid. Fishermen catch them at night because the squid are drawn to the shining lights of the boats. Fishing is essential to life in Japan. If fishermen didn't catch squid and other fish, the people in these coastal villages would suffer. Bluefin tuna swim in the deep waters of northern Japan. It is one of the most popular fish in all of Japan. Despite being one of the most expensive, it's extremely healthy and full of protein and vitamins. There's no question of Japan's love for seafood at the Tsukiji Fish Market in Tokyo, the world's largest fish market. Over 40,000 buyers come here every day to buy fresh fish for restaurants and supermarkets across the country. Tomorrow, it will all happen again in the seas around Japan.
Okay class, the video finishes, so we're going to continue with the activity. Okay, let's see. In this part says, watch the video, which of the topics in exercise 1 does it talk about? Okay, listen, in the video talks about geography, yes or no? Talks about food, talks about people, talks about work, talks about entertainment, talks about city, talks about sport. Okay, so you're going to answer these questions in class. Okay, now says once again, watch the video, you watch the video and choose the best summary, so the best idea, the best topic for this video. For example, people in Japan live a long time because they eat so much fish. Okay, the sea plays a very important role in the lives of and diet of Japanese people, or the Japanese eat more fish than any other nation in the world. No, here, no, you say 1, 2, or 3. So this activity we're going to do in our classes. Okay, so you watch the video, you can watch the video once again, excellent, and then you can answer. Now it says test your memory. Which images below did you see in the video? Think of 3 more images you remember from the video. Okay, the islands and seas surrounding Japan, modern skyscrapers and cities, traffic in the busy cities, young people having fun, old people being active, fishing boats, tuna, squids and shellfish, fresh fish in a restaurant. So the idea is to test your memory. Which images, so which of those ideas did you see in the video? And also says you can add 3 extra ideas. So once again, we're going to do this activity in classes. Now let's continue. Once again the video. Now watch the video again. What are the numbers, times and places in the box referring to? For example, number 1 says 10%. 10% of what? Over 80. About what? At night. Deep water of northern Japan. Over 40,000 restaurants and supermarkets. So the idea is to tell the class those numbers, times or places are referring to. No, mister, 10% is referring to fish. Okay, no, 10% referring to people. Okay, so if you don't remember, you can watch the video once again and you can answer these questions. Okay, let's see. Remember, we're going to do this activity in classes. Number 6, work with a partner, match the fish to the facts. Then watch the video from 1.12 to 2.2 and check your answers. Okay, for example, here it says match the fishes to the facts. Bluefin tuna, scallops and sea urchins, squids. No, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. Okay, here are 5 ideas. They live farther out in deeper water. 1, 2 or 3? Teacher, number 2. Okay. They light the lights on the boats. 1 or 3? Teacher, number 1. Okay, number 1. No problem. It's one of the most popular fish in Japan. Squid, okay. Squid. It's full of proteins and vitamins. Okay. Number 1. They live close to the shore. Okay, let's see. If they are correct, excellent. If they don't, only 1 is correct. So what do you have to do? If you want to complete this activity, the idea is the video. Okay? The idea is the video. So you watch the video, you can watch the video once again and do the activity. Okay? Now let's see. Think about the video. Did you learn anything new about Japan? Okay, the idea is this question is for you. So you watch the video and there is something new about Japan? Did you learn something new? Yes or no? Okay? Now let's see. Reading, let's continue on page 47, says reading an online article. Work with a partner, reading number 1, look at the photos, what kind of food can you see? Where do you think the foods come from? Okay, 1, 2 and 3. This could be the highlands in Peru, could be a possibility. And this one, how do they call Min Pao? It's a possibility. And this one, no idea. Okay, listen. Where do you think the foods come from? From China? From Peru? If from any place? Okay, no problem. No? Read an online article about food from different countries and check your answer. So let's see. Okay, let's see.
CD1, track 46. Listen to the online article. What influences the food on your plate? The food we eat is influenced by so many things: our geography, our history, our climate, and our lifestyle. So just as a country surrounded by sea, like Japan, is a nation of fish eaters, a country surrounded by land, like Mongolia, where the nearest coast is 700 kilometers away, depends on meat. Mutton, the meat from sheep, is the most important ingredient in Mongolian food. It is eaten in a number of different ways: roasted, in soup, or the most popular of all, in dumplings called bus. But it isn't only the ingredients that change. Ways of preparing food can depend on geography too. In New Zealand, a land with more than 60 volcanoes, the Maori use a method called hangi to prepare food. They use volcanic rock to cook the food underground. They dig a large hole where they make a fire to heat the rocks. The food goes on the rocks. They close the hole and wait for 4 or 5 hours for the food to cook. If you walked by a cooking hangi, you wouldn't even know it was there. You can't even smell the food cooking. But we can't always wait 5 hours for our food. With our busy modern lifestyles, where everyone is always on the go, street food is the obvious answer, and each country has its traditional street food. From Turkish simit bread sellers on the streets of Istanbul to Thai noodle carts in Bangkok. In Sicily, in southern Italy, traditional street food is a ball of fried rice called an arancino.
The center of the ball is filled with a rich tomato and meat sauce. It is just as delicious as a bowl of pasta or a slice of pizza, but so much easier to eat as you walk down the street. If I had to choose my favorite fast food, this would be it. What about your country? What influences the kind of food people eat where you live?
Okay. Let's see. This topic was about food. So, there is no Peru, there is no China, there is no anywhere. So, in the first part, what was the country? Mongolia. Perfect. In the second part, New Zealand. And in the last part, talk about different countries. For example, it says Turkish, no? Thai, Turkish, Thai. Let me see, Sicily, this is in Italy. They talk about many places. So, the question was, read the online article about food from different countries and check your answers. Now, let's see. The most common food in this country is meat, Mongolia. This country has no coast. Italy, Mongolia, or New Zealand? Has no coast. Mongolia, okay, Mongolia. They eat rice cooked in a special way in this country. Italy, Mongolia, and New Zealand. Okay. They cook food and hot dogs in this country. Mongolia, okay. This country has a lot of volcanoes. New Zealand, okay. Now let's see. This is the idea. We're going to check. Remember, we are not perfect. If there is a mistake, that's right. 3 of 5 answers. So what do you have to do? You need to read the article once again. You can play the audio, there's no problem, and try to answer those questions. Those ones are going to be answered in our classes. Let's continue. Let's continue with this part. Explore words, explore prepositional phrases. So this part is going to be done in our feedback class. Okay, in our feedback class, we're going to continue with this part. So class, this is all for now. So I mean, it's a pleasure to do these videos for you. See you on Friday. Bye bye.